true. I'm going to give you guys a quick recap of what happened, and then we're also going to talk about the DTCC because that's also important. The reason why it's important is the DTCC processes about 2.5 to 3.7 quadrillion dollars in volume annually. This is globally. This is bonds, stocks, you name it. And that's what the DTCC does. So basically, the SEC is like, you can go ahead and issue tokenized everything. That's what they said. So now everything is going to be tokenized and has the ability to be tokenized. Bonds, stocks, any traditional financial instrument. And this is big, very, very, very big. It's not a sexy topic. It's something you guys probably aren't going to click into because of the clickbait title, but it's absolutely massive. Like, this week has been such a win for crypto when it comes to crypto policy. I can't even begin to tell you. I mean, we had Solana announce an XRP partnership. Well, it was kind of a partnership, but not necessarily a partnership. Great, fine, fantastic. With essentially making wrapped XRP available multi-chain. Then in addition to that, we had the SEC came out and says, we don't want to classify ICOs as securities. We just want to deal with tokenized securities. So we're going to go ahead and pass that to the CFTC. Then the CFTC came out and said, hey, we're going to withdraw a lot of these outdated crypto rules. So we're still getting updates on what that looks like, which again is absolutely amazing. And we could see some sort of ICO season. Plus there was a banking charter that was granted to, I want to say 5 different crypto companies, Ripple, to different entities. So Ripple was one of them. Circle was another one, which makes sense. And I forget the other 2 off the top of my head. But the important thing about that is they're not like regular banks. It's a national banking trust charter, I believe. So they don't take deposits or make loans like commercial banks, but they do qualify for special custody, could trade as agents, payments, stablecoin reserves, and much, much more. So that's important. Now let's go ahead and talk about the DTCC and what this means for crypto as a whole. Why is this important? Well, again, we want to tokenize everything. We talk heavily about RWAs. I've been really pushing the narrative to you guys, AI, RWAs, and DeFi to focus on projects that look like that. Now, let's talk about the DTCC because this is pretty big. So the DTC essentially got greenlit to offer blockchain-based securities. They are a depository trust company, and they received a no action letter from the SEC. The service is going to roll out next year, and the no action letter is like, hey, you guys can go ahead and tokenize stocks, ETFs, and bonds. And this is a massive market. Like I told you guys, they do about $8 trillion daily, and then annually, as far as volume goes, 2.5 to 3.7 quadrillion dollars, which I know sounds insane. I feel even insane reading that to you, but that's exactly what it is. Now, the service is going to roll out next year, which is 2026. And unfortunately, we had the shutdown that happened. So that made it a little bit hard for any type of action to happen with crypto, primarily because we were waiting for about 150 plus crypto spot ETFs to get approved. The Clarity Act, they're still kind of debating the Genius Act back and forth, primarily yield on stablecoins, which is incredibly important for retail. We should be able to get yield on our stablecoins. Thank you so much to Mr. S for the super chat. I appreciate it. Have a good Saturday. And make sure you guys like, share this, comment. This is really, really important stuff. So let's get back to DTCC. So the service is going to roll out next year in 2026. It's going to offer tokenization on multiple chains. Service will be available for a 3-year period. As far as more information on the release. They said they aim to bridge TradFi and DeFi, advancing more resilient, inclusive, and efficient global financial system. And then Hester Peirce, who is our champion from the SEC, Hester Peirce on the DTCC tokenization. She basically said the pilot marks a step toward moving securities markets on chain, though it remains subject to operational limits, which basically means that they are going to, they still have to kind of deal with different things as far as regulatory features go, but it will get worked out in my personal opinion. I'm not worried about it in any way, shape, or form, because Hester Peirce is a big when it comes to regulation, but not over regulation, but more so innovation. Now, she says that other tokenization models are being explored by issuers and participants. And let's talk about the 3 altcoins that are going to benefit from, this is from an article, but anything that focuses on RWA's tokenization, that will benefit. Now, I know I just woke up a little early, no, thank you though. And good morning to Sparkwater and Dale. Happy to have you guys here. So 3 altcoins expected to benefit: Ethereum, because literally, like Ethereum, hello, why wouldn't it benefit from RWAs? It's set the standard there. Chainlink, because it provides infrastructure and cross-chain capabilities, oracles. And then Ondo, and they're actually a leading platform for tokenized stocks. They have a $361.2 million market share, plus the recent SEC clearance. Paul Atkins, current SEC chair, says financial markets will move on chain. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the OCC came out and said that U.S. financial markets are moving towards on-chain. The SEC prioritizes innovation while protecting investors, and on-chain markets are expected to improve prediction, transparency, and efficiency for investors. One of the things I wanted to bring up to you, this approval from the DTCC to basically tokenize stocks, bonds, ETFs, and everything. The reason why this is so interesting is because it says they're going to do this for a 3-year period, and if you pay attention to you will know that kind of coincides with somebody's current administration. So with that being said, we might get it pretty, I mean, this is the thing. I want to say we're going to get like a crazy altcoin season. Everything's going to pump. Everything's going to go crazy. I don't know why YouTube didn't push this out. That's really, really upsetting, but whatever. But one of the things I think is that, like, I would love to say this is going to cause some sort of crazy altcoin season. It is anticipated to go live next year in 2026, but there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. Like, it's just not going to go live, and like markets are going to pump, just like we saw with the CFTC, or excuse me, with the crypto spot ETF. So with that being said, this is bullish for the market. It's positive. It's going to move things forward because we can basically tokenize everything now. Like, anything that wants to be tokenized become RWAs. And again, BlackRock was kind of leading that charge with Ondo, and I want to say Securitize, even though Securitize is kind of attracting just kind of because Securitize is kind of attacking DeFi because it impacts their bottom line. So I want to say this is going to make 2026 like go crazy and everything is going to pump, but I want to say maybe like 2027 or end of 2026, just to be a little bit more frugal with my prediction. So I mean, anything can happen in 2026, but we talk a lot about the groundwork being laid for positive price action and, you know, extended altcoin seasons and those types of things. So we'll see what happens, but really at the end of the day, this was the most bullish week we've had in crypto. And yeah, things might get a little bit hectic. Hopefully things start pumping, and the quality projects that we've been talking about that do focus on RWAs, they do well, and hopefully you guys are holding those. Anyways, sending y'all love and light. Don't know why this isn't pushing out to everybody, but I'm going to finish my my cooking this morning. I did a traditional Italian breakfast. I did eggs, Italian sausage, and sauce. And then I made some pumpkin bread. I don't know why. So I'm going to go eat that and enjoy. And then Lo and I have our photo shoot later, and then we'll probably do Girls' Day. Thank you guys so much for watching. Sending you guys love and light. Again, the top things that happen. SEC approves DTCC to tokenize stocks, ETFs, and bonds. They basically sent them a no action letter, said you guys are good to go. Also, with that being said, we have the banking charter, the National Trust Banking Charter, that was issued to Ripple, Circle, and a couple other companies. So essentially they're banks, but not traditional banks. SEC says we don't want to deal with ICOs. We think most of these ICOs are not securities, so we're going to send that over to the CFTC. Then the CFTC said we're going to remove a lot of outdated crypto rules. So if you're not able to read between the lines there, figure that out. Sending you guys love and light, and